Hey Pisces. Okay, so beautiful cards came in today. A lot of feeling behind them, a lot of color. I've pulled from, what is it called? The Golden Future Oracle. I actually trimmed these cards because I just like the images and that's all I wanted to read off of them. Let's see. The first one is this one. It gives you that feeling of togetherness, right? Double fours. Even like doubling up, and people like you, right? That's what's coming in. It's like 2 4s. It's like we're all the same, right? 4 and a 4, and all these people. It's an ancestral thing, but not in a way that we're passing it down, in a way that I feel in some ways has been forgotten, but we're remembering. The work has started. We're remembering that we are more than the sum of our parts, that there's a history to spirituality and feeling the way we do. And some religions, some different, I won't even call them religions, maybe organizations, some ways of thinking are very linked to that. You see it right here. You almost see the string, right? Right here. Absolutely. The spiral, a known way of being connected, hummingbirds on both sides. Quick, fast energy. The colors also match each other a lot in these cards. You see that? All the beautiful rainbows. This is saying, especially with this image of meditation, absolutely, you're getting that feel of knowing yourself. Number 3, creation. You also have this beautiful, the hands. The hands always get me, right? It's like there's receiving and temperance, showing a lot of the masculine and feminine in this. And I'm sure somebody will probably know much more of what it represents, because this is a figure that I recognize. But by the end, you see the same live flesh and blood person sitting in the same pose, the same way, but the colors are ridiculously beautiful, okay? Because the connection's been made. I feel that this is all about connection, the 8 in connection, everything here going into the 9, which is the frequency of the divine, is what's coming in. There's a deep connection being brought in, being felt through all of these cards. The word forgotten is coming in a lot, like something, it's nothing new. It's something that's very old, but it's new again. It's like an old trend coming back in. And a lot of people call it new spirituality or new something. I've heard it called that before. We're part of the new spiritual group. I actually had somebody say, it's not based on anything, but then they started quoting the Bible, which we don't have the actual authors. I mean, they tell us who the authors are, but there's no gravestones or anything attached to them. So, yeah, let's not cast stones, shall we? Let's all live and let live. What's important in the message is love. Again, with the beautiful Spirit of Cups coming in, the Queen of Cups bringing in love. You have the Inspiration of Pentacles. I love this. This is a book with the light bulb. You see it in the middle? It's just forming. It's barely there unless you're looking for it. You're going, what? What is that? Then you look and it's like, oh, there it is. The growth. Look at all these flowers. Beautiful. Right? So this is showing the mushrooms at the bottom, showing how everything connects, because the mushroom is a really great system of connecting. I think it's bacteria to trees. Like there's, if you ever want to go into that, it's amazing how mushrooms create their own environment to connect, like nature and trees. So go check that out. You have the star as well. The star is that showing of the very old, with the High Priestess, the very old type of connection that's formed. Stars are themselves, you know, I don't know how many billions of years old, you know, if we can even calculate it in that. They are very, very old. Older than time. And again, showing, you see, that connection. See that? These are exactly, you could, look, these are two different decks. Do you understand how great that is? Look at this, right? Yeah. There is a connection here with something truly, truly old. Yesterday we had the High Priestess. I mentioned it with the moon, the crescent moon and stuff. She's showing up again. The High Priestess is somebody who is very spiritually connected. It's all about receiving, right? It's being open to receive, actually. When you sit in meditation, which they both are, you're able to receive the messages that are constantly being transmitted. A lot of people think that they go out and search for messages. You don't actually need to search for messages. You need to stay quiet enough to receive the messages, or to tune in to what you need to hear or what you're looking for. Imagine, I've once explained it like this. Imagine when you're walking into your area, let's say your room, and imagine filaments of desire, of love, of hope, of pain, of everything. They're all in the same space as you are. And as soon as you tune in to something, you specifically, through the mind, through your energy field, you attract one of those filaments. So they're actually always there, but you attract it in. Now, it changes the perspective, doesn't it? Because we're always feeling like we're reaching for something, or we're waiting for something to find us, when in essence, we have to bring it in. The Spirit of Cups is telling me the same thing, is that love is at the base of everything. I've done a lot of research in the last 6 months about the idea of love, because it's been said, who can love, who cannot love, who's sentient, who's not sentient, what's energy, what isn't energy. And I have gone very deeply into that, right to the marrow of it, right to how love is felt biologically. And the one answer that I can always come up with is that yes, you can be nice to me repeatedly until I start having a biochemical reaction to you, right? And then it brings in the dopamine and all of that, and that's great. But at one point, I choose to continue loving you, right? Even when you're not doing anything, there's something that I think is beautiful about you, and I just keep loving you. Some of it is part memory of what you did, some of it is presence, but all of it is choice. And the essence of love is not singularly tied to a reaction. There is something at one point that is released from the ignition of it, in other words, the dopamine hit, and stays. And it's that essence, that tuning in, that frequency, that is really hard to explain, because it can't be seen like I can touch this candle or these cards, but it can be felt. It truly is felt by the heart. When we talk about the heart, people like to go in the middle of the chest, and yes, that is your beating heart, but your love essence is something that emanates from you. It's a total thing. It's a total. You have chemical reactions to it, but that's a body reaction to a frequency. Very different. You have to look at it in different ways. Over here is we are slowly returning to that. We are slowly returning to that frequency of love, that receiving, that beautiful flow of what comes in. See, love is an easy flow of energy to receive, especially the good kind, right? Not the obsessive, that's not love anyway. But the good love, the one that gives and feeds your essence. That is the greatest tuning fork we have. But we have steadily been disconnecting from it through attention deficit, not being present, living in a past and the future, have all been deterrents to living in the present moment of the actual essence of love. This is what this ancestral body is saying right here at the top. That's what it's talking about. It's a very old way, but it's one that we have forgotten. It's the light being turned on to the fact that we have to sit in that presence of love. Stop trying to define it. Stop trying to make it make sense, because it's older than you, and it's probably based on something that you may never really wrap your hands around. The best thing that you can do is acknowledge that it is ignited, and it does happen. But regardless of who feels it, love is around. Example, if you love a tree, the tree may not react to love the way you do. They won't wrap their arms around you, but they'll definitely feel the energy of it. And it is proven that if you talk to a plant or a tree, it has a positive aspect. That's the part where it's hard to explain where exactly that comes from, or how things react to that energy. So it's beautiful, and we can call it magic for now. If it's ever explainable, it's beautiful. It's probably when we're going to be able to see the frequency or energy forms with the eye, or have something to measure it. But for now, what we can do is practice it and know the beauty of it and how it affects our surrounding, how this will affect your life, how this will affect you going forward when you are practicing being your authentic self. When you walk into something or start doing something, whether it's relationship, love, or career, or whatever you're doing, when you wake up, whatever you put your energy into, if it is in the essence of love and authenticity and feeling yourself through energy, you're going to be a much more, I was going to say happier person, but that's not necessarily true. Happy isn't the only emotion out there. There's content, joy, just silliness, humor, happiness. There's even a little bit of grief, sometimes pain, but all of these can be in the essence of love. When somebody leaves or somebody dies, you hurt, but it's because you love. It can be attached to the same thing. We just have to make the connection. That's really all there is, right? When I miss somebody who's passed, I say their name, and I always say this: I miss you so much today, I'm crying, but that's proof that you were loved. Isn't that beautiful? I hope that one day, not that somebody cries, but when they say my name and they have that pang of pain, they can think, I loved you this much to care. That right there, that's love. Thank you so much for being here today. That's your reading, and I'll be back next time, probably tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.